Welcome, Gemini, to your Astro Dice reading for August. Okay, guys, got a big, powerful August. We have right now we are sitting in the Lionsgate portal. Of course, it won't peak until 8, right, on the 8th. And then it will end on the 12th at that new moon in Leo. And then we have a partial lunar eclipse in the full moon on the 28th in Pisces. So, yeah, we got a lot of very magical energy around us, let's put it that way. Okay, and it really all started from that full moon in Aquarius because it was in the portal, right? It was in the portal, and that portal started opening for the Lionsgate. So very active energy right now. So let's get in here and see what's going on with you, my friends. Next reading will be the Lionsgate portal, and I will put in the video link for the guided meditation in the description area. Okay, so for those of you who are new, this is where I take tarot with astrology and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. Let's go. Guys, got the 6th house coming out with some Mercury energy, with some Gemini, your own energy coming in. Nice. Both of your energies, actually, Mercury and Gemini, your planet, your zodiac sign in the 6th house. Wow. Powerful. I'm talking about power. Okay, so have that Mercury coming in is how you think, communicate, write, talk, travel. Doing it Gemini style. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. Yeah, it's trying to tongue-tie me over here. Okay. Then you got the 6th house. Okay, the work, health, and duties of your life. So looking at this, could also be some curiosity within that Mercury. Hyper fast thinking, multitasking, problem solving. Okay. It just feels really like your daily life and workplace are about to become incredibly busy and fast paced. I mean, this is air energy, obviously. So I just feel like you also should be expecting this month a flurry of emails, texts, phone calls, rescheduling things, making new plans, scheduling things in. You just seem really, really busy. I mean, it's air energy, so it just feels like you're all over the place. You're going to be feeling like a whirlwind over here, like you're going to have to tornado through things, literally. You're going to have to be really sharp-minded right now. Your mind's going to be sharp. You're going to be clear. You're going to be, in the knowing. Just watch for mental burnout, guys, okay? Or any kind of anxiety. Watch also for workplace gossip or gossip from anyone else. Okay, but otherwise, yeah, it looks like you're going to be in tornado mode. So, yeah, I'm just more worried about burnout. I know you guys are used to being, really fast-paced. That's who you are. Air signs usually are, but sometimes when we overdo it, it's like it's time to sit down and have a breather. So let's get into the situation. The situation is taking place at the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. I'll also be grabbing 2 or 3 cards to see how this is going to roll over into September. Best message, please, for Gemini, beginning of the month. Starting out with the Death card. 3 of Cups. Beautiful transition going on over here. Page of Swords. There's that curiosity coming out. messages. Well, whatever it is, it's something that's going to make you really happy. I mean, there's some kind of profound transformation, ending, clearing away the old to make room for the new. Something that's going to make you very happy, though, because this is emotional joy, fulfillment, reunions. You might even be running into someone who's going to, you know, make you feel very happy. Could be the milestone of something also that you're working on in the 6th house. And then you have the Page of Swords over here. This is the curiosity, gathering information, hyper vigilant. But there's that sharp mind that I was talking about before, where you're very clear about what's going on, but it also could cause some kind of curiosity about what's going on. So you could be having a reunion for some of you after, you know, and for some of you, I'm so sorry. I just realized that too. Some of you might be losing someone. My condolences. You could be meeting them and then having a reunion with, like, it could be friends, family. Someone's passing could make you run into someone that you haven't seen for a very long year, like high school, something like this. And you're having this reunion, but it's very happy, right? It's like this funeral, this gathering, this ceremony brings you together, right? And then it kind of makes you curious, like, what were they doing? How were they doing? Getting some information, new information about how they were doing, and, you know, but it's just kind of like the weirdest, you know how it is. We have to go places, and sometimes they're there too because it was their friend, or, you know, maybe it's your cousin you haven't seen for a long time, however it is, right? But yeah, if that is that, I do see a happy reunion there. Okay, something bringing you together. And maybe you were close-knit friends back in the day, or very close back in the day. But no matter what it is, there's, for the majority of you, it's just this major lifestyle change. Okay, so it's the end of some kind of stressful routine, something that, you know, may have been very stressful, but now you're like moving things around. You're very curious about what you're going to do in the 6th house, you know, and you could be even looking for new things, keeping an ear, you know, an ear open for some kind of groundwork for workplace news, looking for new clients, looking for new routines. Highly alert when, you know, ready to learn, right, in this new workplace, or however it is. The 6th house is also, you know, about your health. So, you know, also watch your health, right? Could even be getting on some new healthy routines as well. Going to the mid-month. Six of Swords, moving away from old baggage. 8 of Swords, not being in your mind. So whatever it was there, you're gathering this strength up. For some of you who have been ill, okay, because like I said, the 6th house is also the house of health. You're overcoming the illness, you know, the fatigue. You're starting to, you know, gather that strength. And you could be hearing some news about something that's going on that has transformed. It could have made you very happy, you know, in the very beginning of the month, you know, that they do have something to help you. They found the problem, however it is. But I do feel like a lot of you have been actually really gathering your strength back. Like if you had pneumonia, right, you're starting to gather that strength. No more feeling ill. But for the most of you, it's leaving those troubled waters, no matter what the situation is for you. Traveling towards calmer, more peaceful shores. Okay? So there could have been some kind of news also that was coming through. Even though you're having a happy time, you could have, got some more news or something that was bugging you before it has come back, but you're like, no, I'm not going to let that get in my mind again. I'm releasing that. I just had a good time. I'm not going to allow this to entrap me. So you are releasing and realizing that you do have the power to escape any kind of stressful situation that you want. So whatever was bugging you, it does feel like it's leaving now. But it does feel like it's trying to make its way through. Or you could say, this whole time in the very beginning of the month, I was still feeling this. You know, because you can feel two different things, right? Let's not like pretend like I can't have something trapped in my mind and still run into an old friend and have this reunion and still be in the car driving about and thinking about my bills and how I'm going to, you know, pay tomorrow's rent. You know, it's like, it's great, right? That I had this reunion. I had this great luck and this great happiness and joy. Doesn't mean you still didn't have something in the back of your head that you're focused on, right? Absolutely. We're humans. We have all kinds of shit going on. So it's all it's saying here is you're releasing that and letting those burdens go. And you're starting to master your emotions and you're feeling much stronger, right? So that's very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. So you're allowing all that, you know, stress and all of that becomes mental health, right? So it's still in the area of your 6th house because it's mental health and well-being. So, you know, anything that was overwhelming you is now you're pulling out of that. You're going to feel a lot better. And it could be that, you know, having this joy and having this high vibrational time in the beginning of the month really could help that situation, right? Because you're having higher vibes. So you can see things from a different, you know, a different point of view. Focus. 8 of Pentacles, end of the month. 6 of Pentacles. Wow, I like that. And the Justice card coming out. And for the going into September, you do have the Empress. Wow. And the Star. 2 major arcanas coming out. So definitely healing. Somebody is definitely sick over here and, you know, or feeling remorse because you've lost someone. But you're starting to work that through that strength. Okay, so I do feel like for a lot of you, your mental health is getting this massive upgrade when it comes to that situation, or your physical health. And it could also be emotion then getting in your head as well. So whatever that is, okay. If you know that this is just a transition, the ending of a cycle, and you're meeting these friends. You might even be getting a new job, who knows, or going to the gym and then running into your friends because you've ended this cycle and said, okay, I'm walking into this new cycle, and bam, I walk right into an old friend. Wow. How fun. So you do have the 8 of Coins, though, to the Justice. Everything is fair. Everything is pulling through the way it's supposed to. And look at the fairness over here, though, my friends. Wow. 6 of Pentacles to the Justice. I mean, that's definitely fairness. This is fair. This is fair. So you're getting a lot of fair and equal justice over here. I mean, this is wrapping up perfectly. It's aligned with the hard work that you put in finding that karmic fairness, financial balance, the balance within yourself, within your health. So everything that's coming through is just beautiful. So I just feel like everything that you're doing has a fair pay and a reliable outcome. It's just what it is. It's like the universe steps in to balance the scales for you and make you understand that you didn't work all of this, you know, this wasn't all for nothing, right? You're actually going to feel like everything is justified. Focused on giving and receiving, having a great time, you know, working smarter, not harder, finding what it is you truly need at this time. I mean, that's really what it is with this intense focus. And then going into September, I mean, wow, that's just beautiful. You have the Empress to the Star. So you're finding that abundance, you're finding that nurturing. There's a lot of health, wealth. I mean, she holds all the pillars: health, wealth, love. So it just feels like you're just really walking in this energy of the Empress over here, just feeling your prosperity, is feeling like, you know, I'm getting around to where I need to be, and everything is pulling together fairly for me. And you have the Star, where you have the hope, the faith, the reassurance. With the Empress to the Star, you're limelighting. So, you know, you're definitely, if you have anything to do with work, you're definitely getting your fair share. You're not underpaid. You're not underappreciated. You're finally going to feel that professional victory. Just feeling the victory overall, no matter what the situation is. And feeling protected, divinely protected. Wow, guys. That was beautiful. If you guys like this video, hit that big old like button. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.